All right, Eric. So when does the company shift from granting shares to granting options?
It usually happens at a time when a company is making an inflection point from a small company to a company that's generating a good amount of revenue and or has done a preferred equity financing. Most often it's that priced round, that preferred equity financing, where a company switches from granting one to granting the other. The reason for that is whenever you're giving equity to anyone, you're giving them something of value. And when you're giving someone something of value, the IRS says you have to pay taxes on that value. So at the early stages of a company, when you're granting equity out to the founders, you could technically take the position that the company's either valueless or very nominal value to the point where you don't really have to worry about it. At a point where maybe you raise $5 million dollars in your Series C round or your Series A round, maybe at a valuation of 20 million or so, just to make things easy. So you're saying that the value of the company is somewhere in the multi millions of dollars. So let's just say it's $10 million, dollars, right? If you're giving someone a grant of 10% of the company, that's worth $1 million. Dollars. They're going to have a couple $100,000 at least tax bill that they would have to pay the IRS. So the way that we get around that is you grant them options. You need to value it using a 409A, so you get a third party to give you an objective valuation of the exercise price of options. And then you start granting options. And those options need to be exercised when people want to own shares. And usually they'll exercise those options later on down the road when you get to some sort of a liquidity event or when there's certainty that those options are going to be what we call in the money. It's when the company's worth something. Usually it's post the financing.